Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk with me, Cal. I told you guys this, man. I told you guys the Jets were trading for Devonta Adams. The deal was done, right? When the Jets, before they went to the Broncos game, of course, all those deals were all we were doing, all the Jets were doing is just working out the deal, the numbers. Who's gonna take on the contract? Who's gonna take this? Who's gonna take that? That's what it was. Going to London, of course, you lost. They lost in London. The Raiders were waiting for the last minute, trying to get more out of other teams. You know, and those teams realized because Devonta Adams' agent spoke to those teams. He already know where he wants to go. Do you want a guy who you're gonna trade for that's gonna sit out? He was willing to sit out for the year because he said, "Hey, I'm injured. If you say I'm injured, and I don't know what's going on, he wasn't gonna go anywhere." And the teams, we are week 6. Team were trying to bring in somebody who they want to be on their franchise or to pay them for what. So they're like, no, we're not gonna. This is $15 million. You're not gonna do that. So he's under contract until 2026. So even though the Raiders gonna carry a dead cap hit, 2024 and 2025, 13 million, almost 50, $14 million each of those year. But anyway, with Devonta Adams being traded to the Jets, which is something I told you guys already. Many people were saying, "Oh, Rick, what's going on? Where you get the story? Come on, man? I don't. I told you guys I created this channel for a purpose, to tell you the truth, to tell you what's going on. I'm not gonna do clickbait, and this channel is growing. We almost have 3.k because you like what's going on, and I appreciate the love, man, and I appreciate all the subscription. But anyway, with Devonta Adams being traded to the Jets, Mike Williams, we're gonna talk about Devonta Adams contract, all this stuff. Mike Williams, the Jets are trading Mike Williams to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, the New York Jets are trading Mike Williams to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, they've been looking for, this is a receiver they've been looking for. Now for the Jets didn't use him, Mike Williams, right. Coming from an injury, so of course he couldn't, the practice wasn't there. He couldn't practice. He was hurt. And then Aaron Rodgers being gone for the final couple weeks, to go do his ayahuasca, all that crap he was doing. So to go do that, so they weren't in sync. You could see that with Garrett Wilson as well. But week 6, they work into that little progression, but Mike Williams couldn't be there. So there's two so getting Devonta Adams for the Jets. Now you have a big time player. This is a 15 yards per catch type player. His wingspan is huge. Guy 6'1", 6'2", but he's a big physical receiver. He's a true number 1 receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gotta stop throwing picks. We gotta stop throwing picks, man. This is it. This is the part that's gonna help the Jets. If it's not, I don't know. Now, I am excited, but you don't see the excitement that I would normally come in. That excitement should come on your screen, but it's not. Come on, we the Jets are 2-4, 2-4. You know what I mean? Losing like that, so it's not. Three straight losses. Where we shouldn't. With the exception of the 49ers games. That 49er game, the Jets should have easily been 5-1. There's no way the Buffalo Bills beat the Jets. The Jets beat themselves. And also the refs, man. The refs had a lot to do with the penalty. You see, I didn't even come out after the game. I made a video. I just didn't post it. I just deleted it. I said, you know what? It was a lot of expletive, so I couldn't post it on here. I was like, after we just gonna do it. But then I realized, I have kids watching the show and sportsmanship. I'm talking to I talked to my son, who's 9 years old, playing 10 years old kids. When I say don't celebrate too much, don't just shake their hand. Just I'm teaching sportsmanship, so I can't come on here and start throwing expletives because it just lost, all of the above. Something I didn't want to do that. But anyway, so now that let's go back on track. Let's get back on track, right? So the Jets traded for Devontae Adams, which is something whom I've told you guys this, but you guys, the same thing with Max Crosby, who will be traded. He's already, you saw him losing, the loss to the Steelers. You saw how he pushed his coach, pushed the coach. And that's saying, get me the F out of here. Get me out of here. He told his agent to get him out of there. I told you guys this. People comment and say, Rick, he's on his podcast saying, listen, I don't do clickbait here. I don't report fake information. You know what I mean? A lot of those people, let me put certain things in context, right? I'm not gonna tell you who I know. You don't know me, and the fact that I'm not on ESPN. I'm not, where does ESPN get their information? From people who know people, right? Fox Sports, all those, or FanDuel, all the CBS Sport, whatever, all those sports network. When they come in to give you, they say something, you believe it, of course, because it's a major network. You know what I mean? I'm a major network. Anyway, man, it's all good, man. It's all good. But I do appreciate it. You see, no matter what your comments are, I still respond to you. If I miss it, I miss it. My bad. My apologies for that. But anyway, with Mike Williams, the Jets have. There are two teams that called the Jets, for Mike Williams, right? Number one, the Chargers. The Chargers, of course, yes. Chargers fans would say, wow, or people say, why would you go back to the Chargers? Yeah, the reason the Chargers cut Mike Williams, not because he wasn't good. They cut Mike Williams. He had a $20 million price tag. They weren't willing to give him $20 million. They had two receivers at $20 million. They had to trade those guys, which they did. All right, to start fresh, to bring in new players, to save money. Salary cap was super high. You can't keep $40 million on your roster. That didn't make sense on your books. That didn't make sense for business. So of course they had to dump him, which they did. But now, on a cheap, on a bargain, they can take him. They realize, okay, we could take him on a 1-year rental. He's on a 1-year rental right now. If you trade him, the Jets trade for him. If the Chargers trade for him, they take him in the contract that the Jets give him, which is a 1-year rental. So now next year, he already know the system, right? He already know the system. He's familiar with that. So coming back to that, he's healthy. He's because you see he's getting better, right? In that system, a quarterback he's familiar with, that's gonna be good for him. So that now that they can sign him for a cheaper deal next year. They could give him a 2-year deal, $20 million, $10 million a year, which would be a great thing for them. He already have his house over there. It's not it's still in the market. His house over there is still in the market. He didn't sell it, because this was a 1-year rental. His goal was always to go back to the Chargers after this year, depending on how things work with the Jets. That's that. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, they've been looking for big time receivers. And you see fans. A lot of fans are calling for Russell Wilson to go back to be the quarterback. And I'm saying, I don't understand the Steelers fans. You winning. You winning with Justin Fields, and I understand you want that you seeing receivers, and the fans who's calling for those are the fantasy guys who want the fantasy points from the Steelers receivers. But yes, okay, you have Justin Fields there winning games for you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Who's Russell Wilson gonna throw the ball to? So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of controversy, a lot of stuff with that. They want him to be there because hey, he's also on a 1-year rental. They know that Justin Fields you can't win a Super Bowl with Justin Fields, but anyway, so they're looking for a big time receiver. So Mike Williams will be the one. The Jets will trade would trade him to the Steelers. So Steelers fans, you should be happy about that. So anyway, with Devontae Adams trade, the trade is a third round conditional pick, which is not bad. Conditional pick, you get conditional pick when you lose a star player, right? The Jets gonna get picks regardless. For Mike Williams or all that stuff, right? And also the Jets, Woody Johnson, they told Hassan Reddick to seek a trade. Atlanta Falcons, the Jets will trade Hassan Reddick to the Atlanta Falcons. So those are breaking news you get in here on this channel. That's what we do. We break news. So with Hassan Reddick, of course, his agency, of course, they couldn't work out the deal. They told him this was the best deal for him. They parted ways, so he hired Drew Rosenhaus to negotiate a deal with the Jets. Of course, a multi-year deal. But if it's not working out, there's a possibility. Of course, the Jets can keep him and work out a deal to give him a huge deal. But if the deal's not working out for the Jets will trade him to the Atlanta Falcons. They told him, seek a trade. If nothing working out, we could work something out. So he's out there looking for trade, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, with the Devontae Adams is a third round conditional pick that can possibly turn into a second rounder, right? If Devontae Adams is an All-Pro this year, right? It could be All-Pro. It doesn't matter whether it's first team or second team, right? First team or second team All-Pro, is automatically the Jets will send the Raiders a second round pick, right? The Jets go to the AFC Championship, they go to the AFC title, they go to the Super Bowl, and he's on the 53-man roster for both of them. So either AFC Championship and Super Bowl. If he's not hurt, if he's not on IR, which is injury reserve, right? If he's not on IR, he's on that 53-man roster. As soon as he's on that roster, the Raiders will get a second round pick. So I don't see him. Injury happened, right? But this is the time for them to ball out. They're gonna come in, ball out, play together. This is the verbiage pretty much the same. The verbiage might pretty much the same. He's already familiar with Aaron Rodgers. They know each other. They just gonna pick up where they left off. You're gonna see them with the Steelers unveil a new. So that's gonna be good for them. And so I'm excited to see what it is to have Devontae Adams playing the role that Mike Williams should have played for the Jets, but it didn't work. So now you put him out there, as a true number one receiver for the Jets, opposite Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson now will not have to face double coverage. You know what I mean? So now as a team, Allen Lazard had to pick up the mantle now as a third receiver. Because once you trade Mike Williams, that's a big difference, right? You trade Mike Williams now as a Jets fan, I would love for the Jets to keep Mike Williams, right? You put both Mike Williams and Devontae Adams on the outside, right? You put Mike Williams, Devontae Adams on the outside, right there, and you have Allen Lazard and Garrett Wilson on the slot. Let them eat. Which slot corner that other team have? Michael Carter the third is the best slot corner in NFL. Injury, keep a lot of those guys, keep him not on the field like that. But I'm just saying, which slot corner or even a linebacker that will be able to keep up with both Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard, of course, both of those guys, Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard, have to catch the ball. And those guys have been dropping a lot of balls. Breece Hall, all those guys dropping a lot of balls. I think that the Jets should have Breece Hall had an okay game the other day, but on Monday night. but I think that there were a lot of drops that he could have had. Braylon Allen should elevate to be the true running back for the team, RB1 for the team. You know what I mean? So, but you have, like I said, if I'm the Jets, I wouldn't trade Mike Williams. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade Mike Williams. I think that Alan Lazar was a guy that was on a trading block, but then the target would, he's been working. He's been the one consistent receiver for the Jets because Garrett Wilson was not nowhere to be found. Yeah, he had a good game the other day, but still. But the Jets. I will keep both. I will keep Mike Williams. Right, keep Mike Williams. You make sure you have Garrett, Devontae Adams, and Mike Williams outside the two dual threats. Right, both of them are home run hitters. So you put both of them out there, and you have Garrett Wilson and Alan Lazar in the slot. So now that would be good. So now you eliminate that tight end. The tight end will be a blocking tight end, to block, or if not, you know that Mike Williams gonna play that tight end role and just unleash because you put him against a linebacker, he's open. Now those free safeties now, they worry about. They're gonna worry about. The corners are there. The corners will be beat. Those safeties now are gonna move up. They're gonna worry about Mike Williams, and now they're gonna worry about Devontae Adams and Mike Williams, right? Or they worry about Garrett Wilson. I don't see those safeties keeping up with those guys. Williams is a big target, and so of course he's gonna be playing basketball with any guys he gets. So all you got to do is just go up and grab, is grab the rebound, boom, grab rebound. So that's gonna be a difference maker for the Jets. So I wouldn't give up that type of talent. So what you're gonna get from Mike Williams, a third or a fourth round pick, for what? For what? So you need to win. You 2-4. You 2-4. This is the time you need to go win those games and go on your bye week and relax your body. That's it. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trade him. And of course, Hassan Reddick. This is an opportunity right now. There's a lot of excitement for him now. Woody Johnson, I spoke to him personally and told him, hey, look, we want you here. We got Devontae Adams, we got this. We're trying to go for the Super Bowl. Let's be part of that. But you can see if you still want out, seek a trade. So several teams I've talked to the Jets, but Atlanta Falcons one of them that would trade for him. They were willing to trade for him and give him a contract. But the Jets told him, hey, you seek the trade or stay here. But now, as a Jet fan, I would love for him to stay here, do a multi-year deal, and put him on that edge where Will McDonald, clearly needs somebody else. Because you saw the other day, man, it wasn't that good. Monday night it wasn't good. There was no pressure from the Jets edge. There was nothing going on. But now again, you add Devontae Adams on your roster, a guy like a home run hitter, a guy that's catching 15 to 17 yards per catch. For the Jets, that's gonna be good, man. So I'm as a fan, I'm excited with this trade. I know this trade was coming. I already know that. It was a matter of when, but I'm saying the excitement. When I got the call that it was happening, I was excited then. But now the Jets are 2-4. We're 2-4, man. So it's like the excitement that you should see on the screen right now. You're not seeing it because we're 2-4. I knew this was coming. Of course, I'm glad he's here. I am glad he's here. He's a big time player. And I'm glad he's here. But we're 2-4. What the heck you want me to be excited about when we're 2-4? What I mean? Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Peace out. Like I said, you see, all year, I didn't talk about the Yankees once. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to jinx it, man. I'm gonna let it go. You know what I mean? Last year, I was super excited. Super excited with the Yankees, and then it was a huge meltdown. You know what I mean? it was a huge meltdown. So I just say, you know what? I'm in the privacy of myself. I say, I'm not even going to talk about these jokers once. And we doing, I'm not even going to say it, man. My Yankee fans, I'm excited to do where I'm at. And I miss those parades. That's right. I'm going to buy an apartment right there on Broadway. When the fans, they're in the building, office building, apartment building, whatever, they throwing paper towels on, in the air. It's a beautiful sight, man. When you put the drawing out there, when you have those parade, and you see all the paper towels, toilet papers ripped up, it's like confetti. It's a beautiful scene. You know what I mean? Now, it's a mess for the city, of course, with trash, but it's a beautiful scene. Like when you're in the air, like when you take a picture, it's a picture moment, man. It's a beautiful moment. Like I remember as a fan, you couldn't even move like your office right here, and for you to get to like even 10 feet, it's impossible. But hey, it is what it is, man. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna give a shout out. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, leave it alone. Because I know a lot of my people, a lot of Yankee fans, hitting me up, said, Rick, man, why you not talking about our team? I let her say, don't leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't believe in any of that stuff, but still, I'm still not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let it go. So I'm just gonna focus on the Jets right now. I'm gonna do what I'm doing. When we do what we need to do, that's the final moment. I'll talk about it then. So no Yankees, nothing. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Peace out. I appreciate the love. All right.